Average Joe's is pleased to announce the return of Growmaster as their official Season 2 series sponsor, and their continued support is greatly appreciated. Through many years of both hunting and raising deer, the folks at Growmasters have determined that the best way to attract deer is with scents that they can't resist to keep them at your mineral sites. So, they formulated a great flavor that deer will love. This gives them the time to get the vitamins and minerals that they need. Growmaster also has meaning. Their product is the leader in the use of all-natural organic dewormer, and as much as they love to hunt, they also love to see their local herd strong, healthy, and growing big. It is their mission to help you do the same. Mention Average Joe Sim Racing League when placing an order for 2 40-pound buckets and receive a free hat. Happy scouting and hunting from the team at Herd Health Wildlife Products and the Growmasters brand.
Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight. Some Thursday night racing with the Average Joe Sim Racing League put on by Growmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race is the Chris Ball iRacing Fund. Every great racer has a story. Some are born in the money, some have sponsors, and then there's Chris Ball. U.S. Army veteran, loving husband, proud father, a man who has faced combat, diapers, and home improvement projects, and now he faces the greatest challenge yet: convincing his wife that sim racing is a financial investment. Chris isn't chasing trophies. He isn't chasing Facebook Market. He isn't chasing trophies. He's chasing Facebook Marketplace deals, PayPal balances, and the sacred phrase, "Yeah, I guess that's fine." While others practice laps, Chris practices speeches. It's cheaper than a real race car. It keeps me off the streets. At least it's not a boat. This isn't just a race, it's a mission. A mission to turn leftover change, birthday money, and questionable budgeting decisions into horsepower. So buckle up, fire up iRacing, and support a man who's risking it all. Take a look at the screen. You will see a QR code to the Venmo page for Chris Ball. Appreciate the sponsorship here tonight. Tonight's race, again, the Chris Ball iRacing Fund 180. And right now, these guys are on the track. Top of the board right now looks to be Mr. Michael Weaver. So we're going to kick back, relax, watch the end of qualifying here with the Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League. We will be right back for the start of this one here tonight, folks. We are back here at Charlotte with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League, the Chris Ball 180 here tonight. And folks, qualifying has concluded. It's official. Quick time, Michael Weaver, top of the board. Gonna kick off from the pole position. But folks, it is time to get started here tonight. It's grid time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, let us know what's going on. It is go time here with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. On the front row in the pole position in the #2 machine, Michael Weaver. On his outside in the 28, Brian Matthews. Row #2 on the inside in the #10 machine, Interstate Batteries on the truck, Justin Day on his outside. The battle of the league's winner from just 1 week ago, the 5, Terrence Murphy. Row #3 on the inside in the 87 with RabbitHolePodcast.com on the truck. It's Brian Cook on his outside in the 6, Douglas Ivy. Row #4 on the inside in the 95, Corey Moore on his outside. The 43, Ryan McClurg. Row #5 on the inside, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is an absolute weapon. It's the 19, Ruben Rodas. On his outside, the 25, Chris Mackey. Row #6 on the inside, gonna be the #4, Justin McCurdy. On his outside, the 29, Zachary Tyler. Row #7 on the inside, and the 51, Stephen Blevins. On his outside, the 9, Blake Hewlett. Row #9 on the inside in the #70 machine. It's going to be Brian Day. On his outside from Canada, Jonathan Dominics. Row #9 on the inside, the 23, Austin Oliver. On his outside, the 1 of John Sheen. Row #10 on the inside, going to be the 13. Keep an eye on this guy. It is Ruben Rodas' favorite driver, Frank Chavez. On his outside, the 14, Kean Fry. Row #11 on the inside, Mike Pressey. On the outside, Jason Rushing. Row #12, going to be Austin Guerrero, John Stapleton. Row 13, Jeffrey Petty, Willie Smith. And row 14, Stephen Linger and Joshua Halton. Folks, we didn't say your favorite driver. They're slow, they're junk, they're starting in the rear. You're going to have to look at the board. So there is tonight's starting lineup here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We are gridded up, and we're about to drop the hammer and go green here tonight. Pace car is in here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as they roll into the juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag in the air. The Chris Ball 180 is underway. And they're junking it. Caution is out. That didn't take long. Let's take a look at what happened. Hopefully we don't have some scoring issues since the yellow came out so quick. Looks like Brad G involved here from the rear. Take a look here all the way in the back. From Cape Coral, Florida, big checkup through the field. Well, 91 gets absolutely annihilated by the 16. So there you have it. The 16 says, I'm not lifting. I don't care. I'm trying to win it on the first lap. So caution is out for the first time of the night here with the Average Joe Sim Racing League put on by Grow Masters. Checking out the chat. We got Ruben Rodas in the chat while he's racing. That is not safe. Thomas Spencer in the chat, the field filler from our Wednesday Night League Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Appreciate you popping in here, Thomas. Connor Gerard, the GOAT, in the chat, of course, per usual. And we got many others, 23 fans tuned in right here, right now, on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Let's jump on over to our buddy Larry McReynolds has a quick message for you. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
And we're back here with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a treat. The Catman, Isaiah Watrous, is in the chat. If you watch our Wednesday night series, Superstar ARCA Cup series, you've got Isaiah Watrous from over there. He is in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, get an autograph while you can. Isaiah Watrous has one of the highest incident counts in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Could have just made that up. I don't know. I feel like I saw him up there, but I do know Ruben Rodas was #1 with the most incidents in that entire league. This guy's an absolute weapon. Ruben Rodas currently in 10th here tonight with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. But we're going to bunch them up, drop the hammer, go green for the second time here tonight. 120 laps around the track here in the Chris Ball 180 on the world's #1 streaming service, HMS TV. You're watching it live here Thursday Night Racing. So Michael Weaver still our race leader here tonight in that #2 truck. Looks like we have some scoring issues. Looks like the 94 has scored a lap down of Chase, so he's going to have to wait to get a wave around this time around. Be sure, folks, drop a like, click the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet, and drop a comment as well. Let us know who you're pulling for, who's going to win this race, who's going to junk it, who do you want to wreck. That is very important stuff here, folks, at HMS TV. This guy right here, Stephen Linger, currently all the way back in the 30th position out of Cherryville, North Carolina. Let's see what Stephen Linger has for us in store tonight. Ruben Rodas in the chat asked if that last incident was on him. I'm going to go with a yes. Let us know in the chat what you think. Do you think the 19 of Ruben Rodas caused that wreck? I certainly do. Looks like the field is bunched up. We are set and just about ready to roll here tonight with the Chris Ball 180. Going to drop the hammer, go green again, see if we can make it past the tri-oval this time. As they go through turns 3 and 4, you're going to have the 2 truck of Weaver on the inside, the 28 of Matthews on the outside. And that is a good-looking truck there for Brian Matthews. Lucky Charms on it. I am digging that thing for sure here tonight. As the pace car is in, field is set. The Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League is bunched up, and we are ready to roll. Green flag in the air through the Juicy Spider restart zone. Nobody's junking it quite yet here. Let's see if we can figure it out here. Make it a lap around. Looks clean and green so far. We're on board with Chris Mackey in the 10th position here out of Ackworth, Georgia. Head back up front here. Michael Weaver, your race leader, trying to hold off Terrence Murphy on the high side. Meanwhile, in the 3rd position, Douglas Ivey in that #6 machine. It's like these drivers figured it out here after a rough first initial start. We are good to go here into lap #6. These guys racing hard. We're almost 3 wide through the backstretch. Let's hop on board with the weapon, Ruben Rodas. Ruben Rodas is dedicating this race to Chris Ball. Let's see what he can do for him here tonight, folks. Let's drop in the back, though. Take a look. Jason Rushing currently cruising in the 22nd position out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. He's got some serious work to do here tonight. Couple spots in front of him. Going to be the 45. Austin Guerrero has the Steelers on the truck for some reason. Not sure why. What a terrible franchise. I tell you what, they are definitely losing this weekend. Oh, look out. We got a couple into the wall here. Guerrero's going to have to check up. That looks like it's the 87 of Brian Cook. Way off pace. Brian Cook is junk. We're still clean and green, though, folks. But we got a battle for the race lead here. Douglas Ivy looks to the outside, trying to get around Weaver in the 2 truck. Ivy makes the pass. New race leader out front, Douglas Ivy in the number 6 Chevy. The Laurinburg, North Carolina native Douglas Ivy out front to the point. Time to pull up some manufacturer standings, folks. In the Toyotas, Michael Weaver, the top running Toyota. We got 7 of them out there. Average running position, 13.3. In the Fords, you got Justin Day currently in the 4th position. 9 Fords, average running position, 17.3. And in the Chevys, Douglas Ivy, your race leader, out front. And there are 17 Chevys with an average running position of 18.2. So we drop back in the field a bit here out of Powhatan, Virginia. Ruben Rodas hasn't wrecked quite yet. Currently all the way up to the 6th position here tonight. Meanwhile, we drop back the lone Canadian in the field. Jonathan Dominics in the 11th position. Bright red truck. You can't miss it, folks. Jonathan Dominics, let's hop on board. As we jump around the track a little bit in the 9th position, out of Linden, Virginia, Stephen Blevins, the prodigy of the King, Richard Petty himself. Chris Mackey currently running 12th out of Ackworth, Georgia. Kean Fry up 9 positions after starting 20th, currently in the 11th spot. Which brings us to our HMS TV hard charger board. Fred Chase, top of the board there currently, and P20 has gained 11 spots here tonight, started 31st. Working through the field here, Fred Chase. But we jump back up towards the front out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Justin Day in 4th, trying to hold off the 95 truck of Corey Moore. Interstate batteries on the truck for Justin Day. That is a good-looking truck here for the number 10. Heading back here, the 19th position, Jason Rushing out of Fairview, North Carolina. It hasn't been an ideal night for him. Started 22nd, currently running 19th. Right outside the top 5, Ruben Rodas sitting in 6th here. We're going to hop on board, see if Rodas can make up any ground on our 5th place truck of Corey Moore. Be sure to click that like button on the video for us tonight, folks. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. Don't you worry. We're going HMS TV side by side. We will be right back. We are back here at Charlotte with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League. New race leader out front, Terrence Murphy in that number 5 truck. He is hooked up here tonight with Pepsi on the truck per the usual. Out front into the race lead. Looks like we got some battles back here for the 3rd position, though, as Douglas Ivy continues to fall back through the field a bit. Going to give up the 3rd spot there to Corey Moore. Now Justin Day looking to his outside for 4th. We got Shared Day in the chat, rooting for All Day Racing. Justin Day included here. Currently in the 5th position from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Let's hop on board with this Interstate Batteries number 10 truck of Justin Day. Drop back in the field a little bit here. Justin McCurdy out of Ada, Oklahoma, currently running 12th here. Pulling up our hard charger board. Still Fred Chase on the top of that. Chase continues to work through the field after starting 31st all the way up to 14th. 17 positions gained with this 94 truck, Fred Chase. This might be the fastest Fred on iRacing, folks. What do you think in the chat? Definitely much faster than the guy by the name of Fred Bread over in the Superstar ARCA Series. Meanwhile, Ruben Rodas' favorite driver in the 20th position, Frank Chavez, going down to the bottom. He's trying a new line, folks. He is in a hornet's nest of cars right here. Frank Chavez trying to work through the field. We're still clean and green, folks. We had that initial caution on the first start of the race. But since then, no issues yet. Terrence Murphy continues to lead this race out front. Michael Weaver in 2nd after starting on the pole. And Corey Moore up to the 3rd position. Big shout out to our title sponsor here in the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League. Grow Masters, be sure to check them out, folks. Definitely got some information on them. Whenever we're on break, there is a graphic for some information on how you can get yourself some free merchandise. Best deer minerals on the market, folks. I'm not telling you to eat them, but I'm just saying I sure like them. Chris Mackey running in the 5th position, up 5 spots after starting 10th. Back to 6th, going to be Jonathan Dominics. Dominic started all the way back in 16th. Our lone Canadian in the field, folks. Let us know in the chat. Are you rooting for the Canadian here? Are we booing them? What's the deal here, folks? I don't know what to do, whether to cheer or to boo this guy. Let us know. Douglas Ivy currently running in the 7th position. Led some laps early on. He's been falling back a little bit. Maybe burn up his tires a little bit too much early on, but he's going to head down pit road. So looks like he's going to be the first to pit. Douglas Ivy down pit road, right on cue. Going to move Stephen Blevins up to the 7th position in the 51 truck. Kean Fry in 8th. Justin McCurdy 9th. And Fred Chase up to 10th. Looks like a couple others down pit road. Douglas Ivy and Ruben Rodas, as well as Josh Westendorf down pit road. Terrible strategy for Ruben Rodas. He's trying to throw this race away, folks. Looks like everybody's going to start heading down pit road, listening to the radio here, folks. Looks like our pit cycle is going to be around 28 to 30 laps from the looks of it. Nolan McClurg down pit road. Justin Day, Jonathan Dominics, both down pit road as well. So we got Day, Dominics, Chase, McCurdy, Petty, and Stapleton all down pit road, as well as Austin Oliver. So looks like just about everybody going to be down pit road here in the next lap or two as Terrence Murphy continues to lead the pack out front here in the Chris Ball 180 with the Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League race leader down pit road, as well as Weaver in second, and here comes Mackey in third. Looks like Stephen Blevin's going to take over the top spot here on the pit cycle. Here into lap number 31, Stephen Blevins out of Linden, Virginia, your new race leader. Looks like just 5 cars remain that have not pit. So everybody in your top 5, they're going to be heading down this next time around. And folks, Willie Smith has been in the back all night long. I think they're, I hate to raise conspiracy, but my guess is that's not Willie Smith in the car, folks. Because you don't see Willie Smith running the back like he's doing here tonight. We'll just have to wait and see. So your top 5 all down pit road. Chris Mackey going to take over the race lead on a good pit stop. Might have went with 2 tires here, folks. Yeah, looking at my notes here, Chris Mackey had a 9-second pit stop, so I'm thinking he went with 2 tires. We're going to see how this strategy works out. Terrence Murphy's right behind him. Murphy took 4 tires. In the third position's probably going to be Jonathan Dominics. Dominics went with 2 tires as well, so looks like a good little split through the field. Good amount of racers elected to take 2 tires, and a decent amount went with 4. So with pit cycle 1 out of the way, we go into lap number 33 this time around. Terrence Murphy going to take over the race lead. We're going to jump on over to break, thank some sponsors, and we will be right back for the continuation of the Chris Ball 180 here with the Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Larry McReynolds has a message first.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here at Charlotte with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League. We're into lap number 40 here tonight in the 120 lapper with the Chris Ball 180. Terrence Murphy, your race leader out front. Great run so far for Terrence Murphy out front here in the second position. Your pole sitter, Michael Weaver, he's been up front all night long. Sitting in third, going to be Justin Day in that number 10 machine. And folks, don't look now in the fourth position. How about this guy, Fred Chase? After starting all the way back in 31st, he is up 27 positions in just 41 laps. Fred Chase up to fourth. This guy is on a mission here tonight. If he can get out front, he might have a shot to win this race. And in the fifth, going to be Douglas Ivey out of Laurinburg, North Carolina. As we head back to sixth, Kean Fry, followed by Corey Moore in seventh. Stephen Blevins eighth. Ruben Rodas in the top 10, sitting in ninth. And then Justin McCurdy rounds out your top 10 here tonight with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Be sure to click that like button. Subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. Anna Alessandro, welcome back, Anna. Good to see you here as usual. Die-hard fan. You know, Anna Alessandro, she's actually a grandmother of one of our racers in our Saturday night series in the Redemption iRacing Truck series. But she loves watching every Hutchinson Motorsports TV league, including the Thursday night action here with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Jump around the track here a little bit. Frank Chavez in the 13th position, then Fred Chase here sitting in fourth. Ryan McClurg back in 14th. We go further back in the field. Blake Hewlett cruising in the 19th position. Jeffrey Petty right behind him in 20th. Going back here to the 25th position, Austin Oliver. We're going to hop on board here with Mr. Oliver. Right here in a hornet's nest of cars, including the fake Willie Smith is in front of him. But we go back up front here. Terrence Murphy, your race leader, trying to get this 92 truck and put him a lap down. That is John Westendorf. So Westendorf going to get another wall. He's going to fall a lap down. Been a rough night for Mr. Westendorf as he's cruising in the 29th position here, going into lap number 47 out of 120. Chris Ball just subscribed, ladies and gentlemen. This race is in tribute to Chris Ball. If you read our ad read earlier on, big shout out to Chris Ball. We're going to pull up the graphic one more time. It's going to put it smack dab in the middle of your screen. Take a look. There's a QR code if you want to help the cause. The Chris Ball iRacing Fund 180, the official name of tonight's race here with that Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. So there you have it. Terrence Murphy continues to lead out front. Michael Weaver second. Justin Day rounds out your top three here. We're going to hop on board with Mr. Justin Day. Looks like there's a bit of a gap here between Day and Weaver from second to third. Be sure to click that like button, folks. Subscribe to the channel. Larry McReynolds wants to tell you something real fast. Go ahead, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
And we're back here at Charlotte at the Chris Ball 180. Justin Day sitting in the third position with All Day Racing. And we got, look at all these cars right here, a cluster of cars. Hopefully they don't junk it here as they are door to door racing hard through the field. Robbie in the chat complaining about commercials. Robbie, every time you start up the stream, it's going to drop a commercial. Otherwise, I do them manually. The commercials are only when we're on break. So if you start the broadcast up, you refresh the page, you're likely going to get an ad. So once you're in, though, you don't. But if you don't like it, you can always get YouTube Premium, Robbie. Great solution to that. Ruben Rhodes is sitting in the 9th position. Been top 10 most of the night. Good run so far. Stephen Blevin sitting in the 7th position here. As you see in his picture there at the bottom of your screen, he is a prodigy of the King, Richard Petty. Taught him everything he knows about racing, all the way from Linden, Virginia. Currently running in the top 10. Terrence Murphy, though, out front by 5.6 seconds. He is whooping them right now. If you remember, you know, we had multiple strategies on that pit cycle, and it's looking like all the guys who got 2 tires, they are hurting, folks. So I don't think 2 tires was the right call on that last stop. But the good news is there's likely going to be another pit cycle here shortly as we bring up our HMS TV pit strategy board. Take a look. They went about 30 laps the first stint. So coming up on about 23 laps, 25 for some of them. So here in the next 5 to 10 laps, you're going to see these guys head back down pit road, and you're probably going to see them all get 4 tires, I would bet. Douglas Ivey down pit road here. Currently running, well, now he's back to 12th, but he was running around, I believe, the 6th to 8th position before he took the hard left down pit road. Frank Chavez back in the 10th position. Great run for Frank so far. After starting back in the 19th spot, currently up to 10th. Let's bring up our hard charger board once again. Fred Chase on the top of that, sitting in the 3rd position after starting 31st, up 28 positions, folks. Fred Chase putting on a clinic here tonight at Charlotte. Oh, no, Fred Chase locks him up there. Able to save it. Big save from Fred Chase. Hopefully he wasn't speeding. Should be good to go, though. That could have been disastrous for Chase as he gets down pit road and gets into his stall. Terrence Murphy still your race leader here. See how long he wants to stay out there as he sees some others coming down pit road. My guess is he's going to try to wait till lap 60. You want to stretch this out to 60 if possible, because if this thing stays green, you really hope that you can maybe just keep this as a 3-stop pit race. I'm sorry, a 3 pit stop race. Pitting a lap or 2 beforehand could really cost you at the end of things, but we're just going to have to wait and see how this plays out as Terrence Murphy continues to lead the pack. 6 seconds back is going to be Michael Weaver in the 2nd position, with Corey Moore still in the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, we go back to the 10th position. The Fayetteville, Tennessee native, Jeffrey Petty in the 24 machine. Making some moves through the field. Justin Day down pit road, as well as Justin McCurdy, John Sheen, Brian Cook, and John Stapleton as well. Here comes your race leader, though, Terrence Murphy down pit road. And with Michael Weaver right behind him. So it looks like they stayed out as long as they could here. Got to lap 58. We're almost into 59. So Corey Moore going to stay out an extra lap here. Goes into 59 as your race leader. Corey Moore in the 95 machine. See how many laps he can make it around before he needs some service as well. Looks like Corey Moore out front, your race leader, going to head down pit road. Ryan McClure going to take over the race lead in the number 43 machine. Stephen Blevins right beside him as these guys currently battling for the race lead on this pit cycle. Boy, a caution right here could be disastrous for a number of guys. There's only a handful of people out there that have not pit. But Corey Moore, Blake Hewlett, Jason Rushing all down pit road. I believe McClurg and Blevins might be the only two left to pit. And here comes McClurg and here comes Blevins. So everybody down pit road now. Terrence Murphy going to take back the race lead again. Let's see how big the race lead for Terrence Murphy is this time. Looks like Fred Chase in the second position elected to go with 2 tires. Kind of shocking to see that strategy. Didn't really work out for the guys in the first stint. But Fred Chase trying something different here as he's in the second position. Terrence Murphy, your race leader, looks like he's got a 5.8 second gap on Chase. So Fred Chase leapfrogs Michael Weaver for now. But again, he's got 2 tires. So my guess is you're going to see Weaver make this pass probably right here. Weaver goes to the outside, takes over the second position quite easily, moving Fred Chase back to third, then Douglas Ivey fourth, and Ruben Rodas currently sitting fifth. He elected to take 2 tires out last stop. So, folks, I think we know if this thing stays green for this whole stint, 2 tires is not the right call. But, you know, maybe you're hoping for a caution or something to happen here during this stint. So we're just going to have to wait this one out. Chris Mackey back to the 17th position. Not sure what happened as Mackey was up front earlier. Must have been a rough pit stop thrown in there or something. So Terrence Murphy's lead currently up to 7.7 seconds here on Michael Weaver. Really putting it on him here. Terrence Murphy is the class of the field, certainly here tonight at Charlotte in the GrowMasters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. We're over halfway done, folks. We want to thank some of our sponsors real quick. We're going to take a quick break. This one's for you, Robbie.
GrowMasters. The highlight is 30 different vitamins and minerals and an all-natural organic dewormer, which promotes gut health. When any animal is not fighting parasites and worms, they feel better, eat more, and they grow more, antlers included. Mention Average Joe's Sim Racing League when placing an order for 2 40-pound buckets, and you will receive a free hat. This is an exclusive offer for Average Joe Sim Racers, family, friends, and viewers.
We are back here at Charlotte with the Chris Ball 180. Terrence Murphy dominating the field here tonight. Michael Weaver second. Fred Chase currently sitting in third. Boy, Terrence Murphy's race lead up to 10.5 seconds now, folks. If this thing stays green, it's possible that he laps the field. Even if he doesn't lap the field, I could certainly see him lapping in up to, I don't know, 10th or so for sure. We'll just have to wait and see how this one plays out. If a caution might come out. Still a long way to go in this one, though. 50 laps remain here with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League here at Charlotte. Clean race so far here tonight. Had the initial wreck, and it has been clean and green ever since then. Drop back in the field here. Fred Chase, you know, he took the 2 tires. I really thought it was a mistake, and he is hemorrhaging positions now. Fred Chase was running, I believe, 4th when that pit cycle happened. Now he has fallen all the way back to 8th, folks. So hopefully these guys have all learned their lesson. Taking 2 tires is just not the right call. John Sheen currently sitting in the 8th position here. Has a cluster of cars behind him trying to hold them off. Let's hop on board here. Check out this number 2 truck as we get the Hutchinson Motorsports TV left rear suspension cam with the 1 truck of John Sheen. Brian Cook currently sitting in the 12th position right here. That's going to move him back to 14th, though, as he just gets passed by about, I don't know, the entire field. Putting around there on the bottom. Brian Cook duking it out here, currently 14th. John Stapleton II, currently out of Muskegon, Michigan, sitting in the 18th position. A door-to-door battle with the 16 truck of Nolan McClurg for 17th. Stephen Linger back here in the 23rd position. Been a rough night for Mr. Linger, but that's all right. He's out here logging some laps, getting some points. Stephen Linger, 23rd. So right now we've got just 14 trucks on the lead lap. Terrence Murphy putting it on the field, has an 11.5 second lead. Let's hop on board your race leader, Terrence Murphy. As they head down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4, John Sheen trying to hold off the 25 of Chris Mackey in a battle for 7th. Mackey had fallen all the way back to the 17th position, but he has worked himself back up to 8th into the top 10. Currently 31 fans tuned in watching here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. You're watching the Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League. Terrence Murphy putting a whooping on everybody. Has lapped up to 13th, it appears. Ruben Rodas, he's got some fans in the chat. This guy's a joke out here, sitting in the 29th position out of Powhatan, Virginia. Get this guy off the track. He is a rolling chicane here tonight, currently running 29th. Wow, it's not fast, not at all. See what else we got going around the track here. Currently, Frank Chavez up to 6th. In 7th, going to be John Sheen. Let's jump up to the Harpoon Design blimp, folks. Paint start at just $25. Can you believe it? Brantley Roden, the #1 rated painter on tradingpaints.com. Go get you a paint scheme. Sick of looking like junk. You may as well look fast if you're going to be slow. HarpoonDesign.com. Terrence Murphy again, still your race leader. 12 seconds up front, and caution is out. First caution since the initial one here. Zachary Tyler is jumped. Boy, the little bit of talent Zachary Tyler had beforehand is all gone. He just loops it around on the apron, tries to get it back going, and there you have it, folks. Caution is out. So we're going to rack him up. That's not what Terrence Murphy wanted, but he probably doesn't care because he's out here whooping them anyways. So, folks, we're going to take a quick break. Thanks to sponsors. We will be right back. You're watching Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League, Hutchinson Motorsports TV.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
JS Racing. We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
We are back here with the Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League. Field is bunched up. We are ready to roll. Pace car is in. It's going to be Murphy on the inside, Weaver on the outside as they roll into the juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air here at Charlotte. Terrence Murphy has just absolutely dominated here tonight. Nothing changing here on this restart. Way out front with Weaver second, McCurdy in third, followed by Frank Chavez and Ryan McClurdy. Looks like Jeffrey Petty went off track here. Let's take a look at what happened. We're still green. Oh, the one comes up the track, doors the 95. Big cluster, you know what. Wow, I'm surprised that wasn't a wreck here. We're still clean and green, thankfully. Justin McCurdy in the third position, trying to hold off the 25 of Chris Mackey. Mackey going to take the spot on the outside line. So Mackey into third, McCurdy fourth, Blevins into fifth. Oh, hard to the wall, they're junking it. Caution is out. We got a pile up. It's a parking lot on the backstretch. Oh my goodness, the entire field involved. Well, caution is out here, folks. I don't even know where to start on this wreck. Let's just rewind this manually. So here we go here, folks. Let's try to find who is involved. We know there's a bunch of cars involved. So here we go. We're just going to play it from here. All right, there you have it. So the start of this looks like we got one into the wall here. I believe that is... Hang on here, folks. Struggling. Timing and scoring is not helping me out at all. So here, let's take a look right here. Nolan McClurk has nowhere to go, gets into the 70, and then everybody else behind basically involved there. So there you have it, big wreck. Caution is out. This is what, our third caution of the evening, I do believe. So Terrence Murphy, still your race leader. We may as well take a quick break, folks. Kick back, relax, grab you a drink. We will be right back. And we're back here with the Grow Masters Average Joe Sim Racing League. We are into lap number 91 out of 120. These laps are ticking away quickly. Terrence Murphy, your race leader. Michael Weaver, second. Then we have Mackie Blevins, Chavez McCurdy, your top few rows here. We are bunched up and ready to roll. Going to drop the hammer and go green once again here tonight with just 30 laps remaining here in the Chris Ball 180. Pace car is in, field is set. Murphy into the juicy spider restart zone here at Charlotte. Green flag back in the air. Terrence Murphy has just laid it on him here tonight. He is the class of the field, but right now we got a battle for second. Chris Mackey trying to make it around Michael Weaver. Meanwhile, we got some three wide racing back here. Hopefully these guys can keep it clean and green. It's falling back to two lines. We'll keep our eyes out here as we go up to the Harpoon Design blimp. Take a look through the field here. Oh, look out. In the back there, we see a three-wide battle. This purple car, I believe that is Ruben Rodas in the 18th position. Oh, we got one hard into the infield. Slams the pit wall, and another one turned as well. Caution is out. Zachary Tyler just got jumped. Oh, my. So caution is out. These guys went a while without junking it. Now they can't make it a lap. Let's take a look. That is not it. We'll have to manually rewind here, folks. My event log is not working for me here tonight. So let's take a look. So the 45 gets dumped, and then here's Zachary Tyler. He just goes up the track for no reason, comes back down, 62 nowhere to go, gets into the back of him. Zachary Tyler back up the track and smokes him. So there you have it, folks. Caution number 4 here in the lap number 94. Terrence Murphy, still your race leader. Folks, there's really nothing for us to do under break. So we may as well go to break. So we'll be right back.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright.
HMS Racing. We're in the game.
And we're back here at Charlotte. Terrence Murphy, your race leader. Chris Mackey into second. Let's see if we can bunch them up and drop the hammer. Maybe get to the finish line this time. Everybody should be good to go on fuel the rest of the way. We're going into lap number 97. Going to be 24 laps remaining when we drop the hammer and go green here tonight. Appreciate you folks tuning in here. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to get to the finish line as we are in the Chris Ball 180 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway with the Growmasters Average Joe Sim Racing League. Michael James in the chat asks, what position was that wreck for? Michael, I think it was probably for about, I don't know, 28th. But nonetheless, we are bunched up and ready to roll. These guys in the front wanted to stay green. They've had some good racing up front all night long. In the back, not so much. Pace car is in. Field is set. Terrence Murphy, your race leader. Into the Juicy Spider restart zone they go. Green flag back in the air. We're up in the Harpoon Design blimp, taking a look at the middle of the pack here. See if these guys want to junk each other again with 24 laps remaining. Clean down the backstretch here. Looks like we got a battle for the second position. Chris Mackey ripping the high side. On the bottom, we got the 2, and it looks like Chase trying to make a run there in that green, number 94. Oh, 94 has to check up for the 2. Almost dumps him, keeps it rolling. Let's hop on board here with Fred Chase, currently in the 6th position. We look back in the field here with just 22 laps remaining, and he smokes the wall. My goodness. That was the Ford truck of Justin McCurdy. That was a brutal hit. Might have broke his arm. My goodness. That car's probably junk. Justin McCurdy out of Ada, Oklahoma, just absolutely annihilated the wall. We're still clean and green. Well, I'll tell you oh man, hard to the wall in front of him. The embarrassment of the night. Oh, look out, they're junking it. The 7 gets smoked. Caution is out. Oh my goodness, the back markers strike again. It is a pileup. There might have been another incident too in front of them, folks. Let's take a look. All right, so here's an incident right here. We saw this one live, basically. So those guys, yeah, the 7 just comes up and annihilates the 19 of Rodas. Let's rewind this. See this one more time. I didn't really notice how this played out. So here we go. Go a little further back. So we'll play this right here. This is a battle for basically last. So taking a look, Ruben Rodas here. We're going to go to the chopper cam. The 19 of Rodas. The 7 tries to... Well, okay, the 7 was unhappy with the 19 there, so he purposely smokes him right here. There it is. Doors him into the wall. He's junk, and then in front of him, they're also all wrecking. Let's try to find that incident. Again, my log is not helping me out at all here tonight, folks. So here's another incident. So the 4 involved. We saw the 4 smoke the wall earlier. He probably had some damage. Ends up getting involved there. So let's try to rewind this from the start. Try to find this whole wreck. Okay, in front, you see a guy gets sideways. Fred Chase into the wall. Big check up through the field. He gets left hooked. And there you have it, folks. So caution is out. This is what, caution number 5 or 6? I don't know. Handful of trucks involved. There's the wreck. Really have no help. I'm out here on my own. There is my log is literally useless here tonight. But we got some guys going down pit road. We're going to bunch them up, do it again. We got about 18 laps left to go here in the Chris Ball 180. We're eventually going to get to the end of this thing. Caution number 5 here in the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. And we're back here. Charlotte here, folks. Let's see if we can get this one back going finally. We're in caution number 5 here with lap number 104 starting up. 26 laps left to go here tonight. Terrence Murphy, your race leader. Willie Smith taking over the second position. In the chat is not fans of the 29 of Zachary Tyler. Green flag in the air. Terrence Murphy, your race leader. Anna Alessandro says the 29 of Zachary Tyler needs to get off the track. Well said, Anna. Let's take a look at Anna Alessandro's favorite driver, Zachary Tyler. Let's hop on board here as he's currently running in the back. The car is junk. Driver's junk, too. Zachary Tyler in 21st. He's making moves, folks. We got a battle for last. Look out. Is Zachary Tyler going to turn another one? With 17 laps left to go, he's racing for last. Get up there, Zach. Let's go jump back up front here with Terrence Murphy, your race leader, trying to hold off Willie Smith. Willie Smith looks to the outside, has a run on the outside line, down the back stretch. New race leader, Willie Smith out front. So Terrence Murphy has dominated this race. He's going to give up the lead, and he might lose second as well as Fred Chase throws a slide job, takes over second. So it's going to be Smith, followed by Chase, Murphy, Weaver, and McClure rounds out your top 5 as these guys continue to race. Fred Chase started 31st, folks. He's running second, trying to win this race. Caution is out of course. Oh, man. Trying to find what happened here, folks. Oh, there we have it. Ruben Rodas and the 52 involved. So let's take a look. So here we go. Into the corner, Ruben Rodas a lap down here. 52 gets loose, Rodas to the outside, right hooks him, he's jumped. And then they hit each other down the entire backstretch. So there you have it. Let's see this slow motion. Let's get a better view. Boy, what a disastrous night for Ruben Rodas in that junk, slow, number 19 machine. We see the 52 kicks a little loose right here. Rodas goes to the outside. Really nothing Rodas could have done, but I'm going to blame him anyways. Caution number 6 is out. Well, folks, caution number 6 is out. We're in lap 107. 13 laps remain here with the Chris Ball 180 Average Joe Sim Racing League put on by Growmasters. We may as well take a quick break, folks, try to recollect our thoughts, see what's going on, and maybe we can get to the finish line. We'll be right back. This break is dedicated to Nate Bogus. We are back here at Charlotte, folks. We're going to have 11 laps left to go when we drop the hammer and go green. Willie Smith, your race leader in the number 3 Good Wrench machine out front. Fred Chase second. Then we have Terrence Murphy, who's dominated this race, sitting in the 3rd spot. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here at the finish, if we can get to the finish line, that is. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. We got 30 fans watching as the pace car is in. Willie Smith, the point man, as they roll into the juicy spider restart zone. Green flag in the air. Jump up to the Harpoon Design blimp. See who wants to junk it this time. With just 11 laps left to go, Willie Smith out front. Big run there for Terrence Murphy. Takes over the 2nd spot from Fred Chase. Murphy wants to win this race bad, folks. He has dominated this thing, and the caution spells have hurt him. But he is right on the back bumper, trying to find a way around that 3 machine of Willie Smith. Fred Chase looks to the inside of Terrence Murphy. Side-by-side battle for the 2nd position. Coming out of the turn there, unable to finish the pass. Murphy holds on to the top side and keeps the 2nd spot. Fred Chase going to recollect here, regroup, as we got a 3-wide battle just a little bit further back for the 8th position. Hopping on board with Chris Mackey in the 6th spot out of Ackworth, Georgia, trying to make a move on Michael Weaver. Kean Fry on the bottom, throws a slide job, makes the pass, takes over the 4th or 5th position. Kean Fry up to 5th after starting in the 20th spot. Great run so far for Kean Fry here as him and Chris Mackey continue to battle. Meanwhile, out front, Willie Smith currently running away as these two continue to duke it out for the second position. It's Fred Chase on the high side, Terrence Murphy on the bottom. Fred Chase holds on to the spot. Boy, the high side is the lane to be in my opinion, but if you're on the bottom, you have a big window to throw that slide job. So if you enter on the bottom, you definitely have a window to make that pass, but you got to throw that slide job. If you leave that high side available, they're going to get a run on you on the straightaway. But here you have it. Fred Chase still sitting second. Terrence Murphy third. Ryan McClurg fourth. Haven't heard much from McClurg. Has had a quiet night, but he's had a good one all evening long, sitting in the fourth position in the 43 machine. Willie Smith loves what he's seeing in his rear view mirror as these guys continue to battle for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Smith out front by over a second with just 6 laps left to go here in the Chris Ball 180. Folks, be sure to click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to get a good finish here tonight with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. See what else we got going through the field here. Jeffrey Petty in the 14th position. Frank Chavez sitting in 12th. And then we got some battles up here. Oh, look out in the back. They might have jumped it. Saw one sideways. Was he able to save it? Yes, he was. We are good to go. Okay, I saw one kick sideways there. We are good. 5 laps remain. Willie Smith way out front. He wants this thing to certainly stay green the rest of the way. Look at that lead. He's got 1.5 seconds. Has up and left him as they continue to battle for second. Chris Mackey has thrown his hat in the ring, trying to take over the second position. Meanwhile, we got a 3-wide battle back here for 7th. Brian Cook on the high side, trying to hold these guys off. I would not be shocked if they junked it. Boy, unfortunate circumstances for Terrence Murphy. He was leading this race by like 20 seconds at one point. Finds himself in the 5th position with 4 laps left to go. Going to be 3 to go this time around. Really nowhere to go for him either. He's just stuck in traffic. So with 3 laps left to go, is this thing going to stay clean and green, or are they going to junk it again? We've had, I believe, 6 cautions on the night as we've got a battle for the second position. Murphy looks to the outside. Fred Chase takes over the spot. Chris Mackey is stuck on the bottom, sitting in the 3rd spot for now. Oh, up the wall there! Chris Mackey tries to junk him. Oh, gosh, these guys racing hard. 3 laps left to go. Chris Mackey absolutely doors the 94. Moves him out of the way, says, I want second, loser. 2 laps left to go. Are these guys going to keep it clean, or are they about to junk each other? And we got one sideways, hard on the wall. 94's junk. Caution is out. With 2 laps left to go, Fred Chase just got junked. Man, the poor guy got absolutely bullied around the entire track. The whole field was just hitting him one after one, and eventually he got junked. So here you have it, folks. The 43 comes up, doors the 5. They're going to claim net code on that one, but again, I think the 5 was going to hit him anyways because the guy under him bumped him up the track. So Fred Chase just got junked. Caution is out here. Let's see what happens as Willie Smith, your race leader, not what he wanted to see. We're going to get a green, white, checkered. Let's take a quick break. We are back here at Charlotte. Average Joe Sim Racing League put on by Grow Masters. You're watching the Chris Ball 180. Trying to get to the finish, going to be a green, white, checkered. We are in overtime. Willie Smith, your race leader. Chris Mackey second, followed by McClurg, Fry, Murphy, and Day. Boy, what a rough race for Terrence Murphy. He was the class of the field all night long. Again, he had like a 20-second lead at one point. The caution started coming out, and he kept getting shuffled back, and now he finds himself sitting in fifth. See if he can make some magic happen, though, with Willie Smith out front, Chris Mackey on his outside. Field is set. We're going to drop the hammer, go green. Let's see if we can get to the finish line this time. Pace car is in, field is set. Fans are on their feet, off their seats as they roll into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag back in the air here at Charlotte. Hard battle for the second position. Kean Fry takes it over out of nowhere. Kean Fry has worked himself up front. We got one hard into the wall. We're still clean and green for now, and I think they might be junking it. Caution is out. So we're going to rack them up, do it again. I don't know how many green-white checkers we have in this league. I'm going to take a quick break, and I will try to find out, and we will be right back. Don't you go anywhere, folks. We're finally going to get a finish eventually. I know we're going to run out of green-white checkers here soon, probably, but I'll be right back and let you know some information. We are back here at Charlotte, folks. I did some research, and there are only 2 green-white checkers here in the league. So this is going to be the last one no matter what. So if they wreck, the race will end. So we're going to get a finish here regardless, folks. We're going to rack them up, do it again. It's going to be Willie Smith out front, Kean Fry second. Let's try to find where this yellow came out while we got some time. All right, so here's the pile up. So 87 gets into the wall here. It's definitely the reason for, okay, yeah, so I can see, I believe the 87 was pinned with this incident, and I can see why. You see these guys, they have to all go around them. Take a look. So look, 87 gets into the wall. The 4 goes down. These guys all kind of avoid each other, and they get into one another. It causes the wreck. So I can honestly agree with why the 87 would be pinned at fault. Even though technically he wasn't involved in the wreck, kind of caused it. Oh, and then he had an ARCA brake from hell there. So Brian Cook finishes the job there out of Unionville, North Carolina with the late ARCA brake. That's what brought out this last caution. But we're going to bunch them up here, folks. Going to be our last shot at a green-white checkered finish. Willie Smith out front, followed by Fry, Mackey, Murphy, and Blevins. Your top 5. Connor Gerard in the chat says Brian did not cook there. Well said, Connor. Anyways, we've got 32 fans still watching. Appreciate you guys sticking around here for the finish of this one with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League here at Charlotte. You're watching the Chris Ball 180. These guys have been junking it. We're in caution number 8 at Charlotte. I did not think we'd have 8 cautions at Charlotte, but hey, nonetheless, we're going to have a finish coming up right now. Willie Smith running on the apron there, trying to save some fuel. Hopefully he's got enough. We're going to find out how this one goes. Again, final green-white checkered of the evening. Field is set. We are ready to roll. We're dropping the hammer, going green this time around. If we check out the Harpoon Design blimp, high in the sky, Brantley rolling up there. Paint started just $25, folks. HarpoonDesign.com. Tell them Hutchinson Motorsports TV sent you. Maybe he'll cut you a deal. Maybe he won't, though. I don't know. But just let him know, because it might happen. But Willie Smith out front. We are ready to roll as they are inching towards the juicy Spider restart zone. The final green-white checkered of the evening. Here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, on your feet, off your seats, green flag back in the air. Great start for your race leader, Willie Smith. Chris Mackey trying to take over the second spot. Kean Fry struggled to get going. Mackey takes over second. Down the backstretch for the final. Oh, I'm sorry. We have 2 laps. So we're going to get to the white flag. If we can get to the white flag this time, through turns 3 and 4. Willie Smith, your race leader. Chris Mackey trying to reel him in. White flag in the air. Don't have to worry about a caution finish. So last lap around Charlotte Motor Speedway here with the Grow Masters Average Joe's Sim Racing League. If these guys wreck, it doesn't matter. We're racing back to the line. Mackey back by about 0.2 of a second, trying to find some speed to make a run on Willie Smith through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Willie Smith out front, clear track ahead of him, checkered flag in the air. Willie Smith wins the Chris Ball 180. So it's going to be Smith followed by Mackey and Fry, your top 3 here tonight. So again, Willie Smith wins, followed by Mackey and Fry, your top 3. Let's see if we can get our top 3 in here for a quick interview. Here we go. I got our 3rd place finisher, Kean Fry, available. Kean Blake up in the booth. You got a copy? Oh. Kean Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Hey, a great run for you. You found some speed there at the end of the race and put yourself in a podium position.
Yeah, at the end of that, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it on fuel. I was saving as hard as I could. I just knew I had the tires compared to the rest of the field to at least get a top 6, top 5 maybe. But podium is my first podium of the year. I mean, I wasn't locked into the chase, but I was pretty high in the points. But to go into the playoffs with a podium, I'll absolutely take it.
Yeah, definitely should. A great run for you. You know, you started, let's see, all the way back in the 20th position and find yourself on the podium. Did you expect to have podium-type speed here tonight at Charlotte?
Charlotte has tended to be one of my better tracks, but in this league where it's this competitive, I did not expect it at all. But, I mean, I had the tire strategy. I had the field at the end of it. I didn't have to pit, and I just pushed it as hard as I could, made sure I left nothing out on the track, and came away with a podium highest finish of the year. I hope I can keep this momentum going into the playoffs, maybe make it past the first round at least.
And will hopefully show a great run for you, Ken. Put it on the podium here at Charlotte in the Chris Ball 180. You got any shout outs or anything for our fans watching at home before you head out?
Yeah, I want to thank my Uncle Jeff, my inspiration for doing all this in the first place, my grandparents who are watching at home, any friends of mine, Josh, Hero, just anybody over at Phoenix Academy who I race with on the roadside. Just anybody who showed up to support me in this, I really appreciate it. I couldn't do any of this without your guys' motivation.
Well, hey, great job out there, Ken, rounding out the regular season with a bang. Third place finish here tonight.
Thank you.
There's our third place finisher, Ken Fry. Let's get Chris Mackey in here, our second place finisher. Chris Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, bring home a second place finish. You had a shot at the win there, but it has to feel pretty good to get second after not a great qualifying outing.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right, I guess. Would have liked to come home one spot better. I missed like 5 or 6 races at the beginning of the season, and I was trying to still make the playoffs, so that would have got me in. But it's all good. Congrats to Willie. That was a fun race.
Yeah, you did a great job out there. Put it in second. A lot of ups and downs there for the night. Ends with an up. And I guess before you head out, though, Chris, you got any shout-outs for our fans at home?
Yeah, just the Average Joes, the league, Brian, Jason, the guys for putting this on, and shout out to my fiance for letting me come out here and race.
All right. Well, hey, great job, Chris Mackey. Second place finish here in the Chris Ball 180. Short and sweet there. It's time to get the star of the show here, Willie Smith. Let's get him in here, tonight's winner. Willie, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you loud and clear, brother.
Hey, what a race for you. Early on, you're running in the back. I kind of had a theory going that somebody was on your rig or something, but you find your way to the front and park it in victory lane.
Yeah, no, I tried something a little different in qualifying, and it didn't work. So that's put me in the back, and and then I got under caution, got hit in the back and had to go in, fix that, and then I was trying to save enough tires where everybody else took all theirs, and luckily I had Mackie, I believe, was the only freshest dude on fresh tires.
Yeah,
At the end, luckily I was lucky enough to just hold them off.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for you. And I noticed during the run, a bunch of guys tried a 2-tire stop, and that seemed to not work at all for anybody.
Oh, well, the 2-tire stop isn't bad if you got like 15 to go. After 15 laps, and they just instead of just giving up, maybe half a tenth to a tenth a lap, it gives up 2 to 3 tenths after about 15 laps. I learned that the hard way in one of the practice races.
It definitely didn't work out great, but hey, a great run for you. You find your way to the front. Kind of a heartbreaking night there. Terrence Murphy kind of dominated this race, and the cautions at the end didn't help him out, but it helps you out, find your way to the front, and you end up parking it here in victory lane.
Yeah, I was looking forward to getting up there racing with the guys, and whenever I took I can't remember what lap it was when I took my last set of tires, and I was like, I knew they pitted early. And then I pitted maybe 8 or 9 laps after they did, maybe 10 laps, and 10 laps fresher tires is a big game changer. Not on the restarts. You got about 2 laps on old tires on the restarts that can still hang with fresh tires. But it was fun racing with Fred Chase and Kean and Murphy and Mackey, and Kean got before that last caution came out, he had one heck of a run on the backstretch. So I was playing defender, trying to guess which lane he was going to go, and the caution came out and didn't have to.
Yeah, well, definitely worked out for you again. Congratulations. Big win here to round out the regular season, heading into the playoffs next week. How you feeling about your chances?
Well, Atlanta, Echo Park is a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
So it's a toss-up.
Definitely so. But hey, before you head out, though, Willie, got any shout-outs or anything for all our fans watching here at home?
Yeah, I want to appreciate all the fans turning in and watching. I want to thank Growmasters for being the primary sponsor for Average Joe's, and I just want to shout out all the guys in Average Joe's. It's great racing with y'all.
Absolutely. Well, hey,
And,
once again, go ahead, Willie.
And my wife and my grandpa and my kids.
You
watching
can't
that-
forget that.
watching-
But hey, congratulations, though, once again, Willie Smith, tonight's Chris Ball 180 winner here at Charlotte.
Thank you.
So what a great run. Willie Smith gets the job done. I knew something had to be going on early on in the race. Willie Smith was in the back, and you just don't find that 3 truck in the back very often. But he figured it out, got his damage fixed up, and parks it in victory lane here tonight, folks. We appreciate you tuning in. Had a handful of cautions there at the end, but a good finish nonetheless here with the Growmasters, Average Joe Sim Racing League. Next race, we're going to be back Saturday night with the Redemption iRacing Cup Series here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Be sure to click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the description. We got our Discord information in there. Join our Discord channel. All that good stuff. We will see you next time. I'm Blake Hutchinson in the booth. Later. Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green.